Stop it, you dumb bird! Worm face here. The following video is from the DM Eric's archive. Uh, the video quality was poor. The production value was bad, but they asked for it. That's my eye. The story is here. He's got me. This is my pun. You guys are adventuring out in Faerun. Yay! Specifically out in the Lake of Dragons. Over here. You had participated in a lot of Cormyrian stuff and are now on the borders of Cormyr in the town of Prosker. As you guys have stopped here for a little bit of a break from your boat ride on your way to Candlekeep. Last week, you guys decided to get off the ship in Prosker and visit a tavern for fun, and to see the sights and kind of, explore a different city for a change, because that's what you do when you go on a boat ride and a cruise. You go and visit the sights. Well, Prosker is the city of thieves and capital of all thieving in all of Faerun, and you guys managed to find a fight club in the back of a very specific tavern. And in that tavern, Rilo was pitted against a very feral individual and spared his life, even though the rules were that the fight was to the death. Cass then entered the ring and was promptly beaten up by a individual that you guys were not expecting, named Yanad, who began stomping her head in as a measure to institute the aforementioned death blow. The party stepped in and attempted to stop the situation, at which point the patrons and bartender of the fight club intervened, pulled a cord, and the Council of Prosker arrived and rescued Yanad from the cheating and illegal assault of the party. You guys have been placed under arrest and are in the process of being manacled by a individual with a red and white headband. He has very tanned skin, very hairy arms, but he is only about 4 feet tall. He's not a dwarf, just a very short human. And he is manacling each of you and preparing to take you across town to prison, as you guys have been arrested for attempted murder. Is there anything you guys would like to do as he is doing this? There are 3 other very powerful individuals around you, one being a woman with yellow eyes and gray skin. One is a human with dashing good looks and fabulous hair. And the last one is a dwarf in a red coat. The one who healed is the gentleman who's currently manacling you. He is just manacling you at the moment, placing these handcuffs on you. And we will go through the order. The first person to be manacled will be Anita. The individual next to you, the 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 individual next to you smiles and tells you, "I don't believe that will be a problem." As he places the manacles on you, you will feel no connection to any of your magic items. You will feel no connection to Sune, and you will feel no connection to any of your magical spells. Second person to be manacled would be Silas. Okay. Then we'll manacle Cass. No, this individual who has the manacles is going to touch you, dispel magic, and start manacling you. Yes, she was not when it's cast at ninth level. He will touch you, and you will be healed halfway up. So you'll regain half your hit points. I believe it's what, 30 or 40? Yep. Okay. He will heal you. He will whisper to you, "We cannot have our prisoners dying. It is most embarrassing." And he places manacles on you, at which point the form you've assumed disappears, and you are now very obviously a changeling. Um, you no longer hear the voice of the lady in red, who has been muttering the whole time, "Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap." Um, and you do not feel any magical connection to any of your equipment. Liam, the gentleman in the white and red headband, it is striped, not checkered, comes over to you and will begin manacling your hands behind your back. Okay. Uh, she is conscious but still prone in the bottom of the pit. And, sure. As he places the manacles on your wrists, you feel the click click on each wrist, and the environment around you feels suddenly lighter. All your connection to the shadows is gone. You cannot feel any connection to your key. You have no magical capabilities whatsoever. They are current. Yes, it's magically based. Yes. Yes, it's a technically a religious power, but yeah, you have no access to it. Next, we will go back to Silas, who Silas gonna step forward. Okay. The gentleman looks at you, Rilo, and says, "You have not committed any crime." Sure, roll insight. I don't think there is anything at the moment. Yeah, Silas picks up what Rilo's putting down. What's Rilo putting down? Right. Yes. Yeah. So the gentleman in the white and red headband looks at you and says, "You have not committed any crime. Do you wish to confess something?" He shrugs at you, and interesting. Okay. Roll a persuasion check, Silas. All right. And with that, you guys will feel a rush of energy. And actually, let's see here. You guys are still in Prosker. Um, one sec. Cool. All right. So you guys will feel a rush of energy as Silas, Rilo, and Knickknack appear in a familiar place. He looks very quizzically. He looks at you guys very quizzically. I summoned all six. Um, he looks at you. There are many things that can prevent magical powers. But what have you questions of, my son? How can I help? Uh, he will tell you he has not been. I have not been to Prosker myself. However, I have had friends and acquaintances who have frequented the place. Yes. He raises an eyebrow. A jailbreak. And motions to his he motions to his manacled hands as he is currently chained to a throne. I could, but it would be unwise because I pulled you out of time to place you. Would you, if you'd like, I can. However, there are consequences. You'll have to deal with being placed in a different time and the consequences thereof. Would you prefer to be placed in the past or the future? Yes. And I'm going to give you the insight points here, Silas. You're dealing with an archfey. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Makes cannon. From what I understand of the jails of Prosker are the following. The normal operation is that you will be manacled, taken to the prison, and stripped of anything of value. Those items would be then placed in a magically sealed vault, only to be accessed upon your release. You would have no access to your arcane focus, therefore, you would be unable to cast any spell. Do be aware that the roofs of Prosker have many eyes and many ears. Seeing copies of an individual is a deadly proposition. get inspiration, sir. An edible direction? Well, yes. 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 Well, how many people responded to the incident? He will frown. And so you will describe the individuals, one with the golden eyes and the gray blue skin. He will smile at her description. The individual with the red and white headband, he rolls his eyes at. The dwarf, he nods sagely at his description. And the last individual was the very fabulous looking man, and he shrugs, I don't know him. But Miria and I have a relationship going back quite a while. And her name, I will give you that, is Miria Byron. No, I have no influence upon Miria. In fact, it would be best if you do not mention my name. Um, as far as the as far as the gentleman with the red and white bandana, he's been wearing that for many years. It is a magical item. It stabilizes his vision, as he is known as Bergen Crazy Eyes, and that's Bergen. And then Kerfoot Onyx Beard is Kerfoot. If all four of them responded to the incident, then they were watching the situation as any one of them could have stopped all six of you. There is more going on here than meets the eye. If the entire council has responded to a simple attempted murder. um, the people who will be judging your case are the council. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure. Okay. Now here's the question for you, Nick Nack. You're using How to Disguise, right? Okay. Are you just using How to Disguise for it? Yes, it does. Just making sure that that's all you're doing. I'm just clarifying. But yeah, How to Disguise will totally do that. Hmm. That would have to be determined by the specific situation. However, you are failing to comprehend the issue. I cannot take the other three out of time. They are. So you wish to create a second timeline. He shrugs and rolls his eyes. There are consequences if you wish to do so. It can be done. You can prevent your arrival in Proskür in your new timeline. However, there will be a version of you that did go. Well, even if you did not, Cass, Anita, and Liam are there. Your best bet may be simply to see this out. I would be humble in dealing with Miria Byron first. I would play to her justice and her sense of right and wrong. Burgeon Crazy Eyes, as far as he is concerned, he is in it for the gold and the power. If you do not challenge that and do not disrupt the financial benefit of being on the council, he may work with you. Kerfud Onyxbeard is, as a thief, the moral center of the council. He does what is right for righteous sake. I hate that man. Um, and whoever this fourth one is, I know not. Oh, of course. Of course. There's many different punishments, and You may simply get blackmailed. There's a wide variety of options in Prosker. It is the city of thieves. Do be aware they have seen every scam in the book. This is the city of thieves. They are the rulers of thieves. You That may be your best bet, is to be the honest person in the city of thieves. I would not have it in public. I would ask for an audience once you are in prison. He will rattle his own. They are very much like these. They may be. I doubt they work throughout time. However, the fact that they were able to prevent the transportation of your three compatriots would indicate that they may be simply anti magic manacles. He looks around the immaculately clean Blue Palace that you guys have been in many, many times and have never found even a single piece of gravel in. Correct. Correct. He will smile at you. You are very inquisitive. The water. Uh huh. The water is magical only for the time immediately after transportation, as it still holds on to the magic of the Fae for a couple moments, as this is Fae water. But the moment it transports to your realm, it becomes normal water very quickly. So the magic of the Fae is only resident in the water for a couple of moments. That explains the water. The exhaustion, even if you placed it in the bag of holding, it would no longer be imbued with the Fey Wild the moment it entered the bag. Yep, because it goes into its own extra dimensional space, which is not in the Feywild. Certainly. And he will um, he will encourage you guys to take a couple of sips of the water on your way out. Um, Yes. The second question is, time is passing both faster and slower here. It is exhausting to mortals to be here. It is. Yeah, absolutely is. And then Chase is going to do that. Okay. What exact? You're just going to do that and stick it on the roof of your mouth. That's it. Okay. Two of them? Okay. Cool. I expect you to speak like that for a bit. All right. Anything else you guys want to do? It's minor transmutation. Um, let's see here. Can he? Can he get rid of? He's going to. He does not know Greater Restoration. He's going to look at you, and he's going to peer into your mind. You're going to feel a wild presence, almost like a lion or a tiger, a giant gorilla. It's like King Kong entering your mind telepathically. And then it's very peaceful as the intense gaze of this wild mind in yours kind of peers around to figure out what's going on. And then letters and characters of a jumbled mess interpose themselves between you and the presence as the Quazilla check is so confusing that the mind reels back into his chair and he will be a little tired from the experience. What foul, horrific things are you dealing with in your mind? What magics are you dabbling with? I should have known. I'm sorry, I should have gnomed. Um, Out of character. Let's see, out of character. That, yeah. Trying to figure. That's a good question. Yeah, let's see here. Good. Eamon will go ahead and comment one thing just before you guys leave. So let me know when you guys are ready to go. Okay? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. He looks at you, Silas, and just before his finger waves, and as the energy rushes past you on your way back to Prosker and to the tavern, you will hear, "Be careful with your hair, Silas." Okay. And you will gain inspiration. Knick-knack, do you drink the water? Okay. uh, mm-hmm. Okay. Anita's already manacled, so she cannot take the water. The gentleman in the yeah yeah he's going to prevent that from happening. Mm-hmm. Right. What are you throwing to Anita? Oh, you're passing it. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Anita. Go ahead and mark inspiration on your character sheet because we can technically do that. All right, and so you gain inspiration, Silas, from drinking the water. Knick-knack does not because he's rolling something around in his mouth, and I am keeping track of exactly what that is, Mister Knick-knack. All right, but it's at this point that the gentleman who you guys were told is referred to as Bergen Crazy Eyes will finish clipping the two manacles onto Silas's wrist. And Silas, yeah, yeah, you feel calm, collected, absolutely at peace. All the doubts that you've had about your party for the past 3 weeks. all of those all of those concerns are gone. There's none of that. All of your magical items are disconnected. You have no magical connection to anything whatsoever, and you feel uniquely alone for the first time in your life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He is totally non impressed. Yeah, it absolutely does, and he just does it very business like. It is factual in the way he's doing it. Knick-knack, the gentleman who's only about a foot and a half taller than you, will come over to you with another pair of manacles and look down at you and ask for your hands. And as he clicks them behind you, You can no longer concentrate on the magical state, and you will feel the clink clink of two ball bearings against your teeth. Okay? You can totally do that. He looks up at you and says, "Yes, apparently you did. Interfering in a fight such as this and polymorphing an individual who was legally within their right of death is illegal and is a crime." Oh. What do you have in your mouth? Roll a deception check. I gotta pull him up here so we can do this. All right, let's see. Bergen, come on, Bergen. Oh, damn it, Bergen. Why do you have to suck so much? Give me a big roll. He says, he looks at the rest of them. No, you'd have to re-roll it. But yeah, because you are exhausted, one of the ball bearings will slip out of your mouth and onto the floor. He will hold his hand out in front of your face, palm upward. Spit it out. Yep. Yep. And he will raise it up and look at it. And you are manacled, which is why the magic wore off. And he will wave a finger over it. And then he reaches down to his belt, where he's got a small stick about 6 inches long. And on the end of it, there's a pearl. And he casts Identify. He casts Identify on it. And he's like, disgusting. And he throws it off to the side. In which case, they can come and find me. And I will tell them it is your ball bearing and your fault, and therefore they can sue you. And he will, Bergen Crazy Eyes, who has very beautiful blue eyes, looks up at Rilo and says, "Your associates are going to prison. Would you like to come with for the forms, or would you rather be left here?" All right. Cool. They will all five be chained together, and the chain that is placed between them is very stout. It's easily 2 inches in diameter, and it's got this black sheen to it, along with the fact that every so often a purple pulse will run up the chain and all the way back down to the other end. And Bergen Crazy Eyes will take both ends of the chain as it is looped through all of their arms, and will guide you guys out of the tavern and out onto the street, where you guys will draw quite a bit of attention as the council is walking through. Yes. Oh, Yanad? Yanad is simply coming to consciousness and is being attended to by the other by the gray-skinned woman with yellow eyes, Marid. And She will not meet your eyes at all on purpose. She knows you are, but she's not giving you any ammunition or any details. She is intentionally hiding her face as much as possible from you. Uh, yeah, I know, but as much as possible. She is trying to be reclusive in the current situation, if that makes sense. She knows she screwed up, and she is now trying to recover her situation. Mm-hmm. She is not the accuser. The bartender is. As he's the one who summoned the group here to deal with the situation, the incident at hand. Because you guys cheated in his bar, it did not matter who she was, it didn't matter who you were. It was literally you guys broke the law and they called the cops. So he's the one who called the cops. He's the one who has to fill out the form, and he will be doing that with the dwarf that has his beard shaved. His name is Onyx Beard, but he has no beard whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Nope. Mm-hmm. Completely. These things suck. Uh, yeah. These are nasty. They existed in an old edition of D&D, and they took them out of the game for a reason, because they would break games. Yeah, you're still as physically strong as you were, and as dexterous as you were. You're as observant as you were. It's just you couldn't jump through a shadow if you needed to right now. Right. Your stats are all the same. You just have no magical powers. You, nope, didn't do that. You're just normies. Nope, just normies. All right. So they will take you. Yeah, sure. And Bergen, who is manacling you and chaining you, will say that can be arranged. He he has no problem with you talking to each other. He knows he knows the power of these manacles. Yeah. Uh, they don't notice any the fact that you guys were gone. What cups? There's no cups in your hand. You guys drank them on the way back. Ah. Uh, but but yeah, as you guys go out to the street, you will start making your way across town, and you will attract a lot of attention from a lot of people. Interestingly, though, the people who are paying attention to your procession through town they're not booing you, they're not heckling you, they're not making any derisive demeanor at all. It's more like this is just business. You guys got caught doing something wrong and are headed to jail. They do not engage in any fruit throwing or, insulting or even booing or hissing or name calling. This is almost a respectful rite of passage, street cred level of watching as you guys are being escorted across town to the jail. As you guys will approach the jail, you will make your way. I'm going to leave Rilo outside as the rest of the party is going to make their way into the prison through the back door. And you guys will be taken to various locations throughout the prison and individually locked up in your own cells. I'm going to turn on your light, Rilo, because I assume you're going to need one. So I'm going to give you a torch here. Okay. Then if you don't want the torch, I will turn off the torch. Logan. Yeah, you want Logan? Yeah, you want Logan to come with you? Yeah, he's technically your slave. He can come with you if you like. Let's go ahead and grab Logan for you here. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to use Logan, but yeah, if you want to bring Logan with, absolutely, he will come with you. He has to. And Logan didn't do anything wrong either. He's kind of confused as to the situation. Deal. No questions. Yep. Let me get him for you here. I lost him real quick. Where'd he go? Not yet. They won't. Where'd he go? I lost him. I lost Logan. I renamed him. Is the problem? I forgot what I renamed him to. Oh, goodness gracious. Come on. Here he is. I got him. I got him. I will fix him now. One sec, and I will link you his character sheet so that you can do your thing. Here we go, and share. Copy. Send message to Rilo. Blam. There you go. Absolutely. Cool. All right. So you guys will be taken to your individual prison cells. The manacles will stay on for the time being, and we will take you to prison. The prison is a underground facility, and as you guys approach, you are directed away from the street, There's a front of the prison where Rilo is directed to go to fill out forms and entry. And you guys are taken in a back entrance and led through a variety of tunnels. And in the tunnels, there are very large men with rippling muscles, bare chested, and they all wear masks that have horns coming off of each side. The masks are intentionally featureless except for eye holes, so that you cannot tell who your jailers are, so you cannot manipulate them, bribe them, etc. Um, so, we will go ahead and take you guys to prison. And Nick Nack, you've been thrown in prison with someone else. The individual next to you is almost spider-like in his build. He's super lanky, and he could have been confused for a gnome, as curled up in the fetal position as he was. And his head cocks to the side as he looks at you, and he blinks and doesn't say a word. He waves. He looks up at the ceiling and looks over to the side and looks at the wall and reaches down, grabs a little piece of dirt and just does a smear on the wall. You are. He nods.
I guess he's just running.
Are you being loud or quiet, Nick Nack? You're being loud. Uh, the individual across from you will put his finger up, trying to tell you to be quiet. Okay. At the moment, you can hear the moaning and groaning of other prisoners throughout. The individual across from you makes no sound whatsoever. Liam, can I get you to roll a perception check, though? Liam, you heard Nick Nack here. For just a moment before he went super quiet, you could hear him.
And it confused me. Also, the very blue ambient, like the lighting.
Your foot does not fit between the bars. Very thin. Like, you can see in there if you're very carefully moving up and down between. I've intentionally made it so that the bars are exceedingly restrictive. You should be able to see, like, in that square where you're at, you can see that beam of light going through. If you were to line that up, you'd be able to see a torch.
Oh, you're breaking through the rocks previously.
That's one of the torches. That's probably affecting this beam of light over here. So, just to give you an idea of how restrictive the bars are. Correct. All right. So, Rilo, as you walk into the prison, up ahead of you, there is a two-headed guard dressed in very large spiked leather armor with a great maul. And Logan looks up at him and nods. And both of the heads look down at him, eyes narrow a little bit in recognition. You broke up there. Repeat that, please. Present when uh, if they came here, they've already been charged. As far as sentenced, who knows? Maybe some backlog. Might want to go up to the office. Let's go past these guys. These guys are just guards. Okay? And you have control over Logan as well. Yes, they are. Oh, yeah. I know Doug knows. All right, so you gonna open the door? All right, so there's the door. And the one behind the desk here nods at you. How can I help you? It's not usually the case. What were they brought in for? Did we lose Doug? Yes. What were they brought in for? How'd they break the rules? Oh, attempted murder. That's pretty serious. The three guards, so you can see this guy, and this guy look at each other, and they shrug a little bit, and she relaxes a little bit. Well, and she puts her pen on the table. If it's it's the five that came in just a little bit ago. Probably going to be at least an hour or two. Make yourself comfortable. Would you like something to drink? Okay. She is dressed in blues and green, and she looks like she just got busted as she was about to pick your pocket. Okay. She will smile and nod acknowledgement as she will put her hands in her pockets. And you get the feeling that she's got kleptomania and she couldn't help herself. And she probably is trying to get out, but, you know, she's what's happened is this is basically a sting. They've set her up here, waiting for people to come in so that they can bust her stealing stuff. Yeah. This is literally a sting in the office, waiting for her to slip up and steal something from someone so that they can arrest her and put her in jail. It's so twisted. Okay. How about the rest of you? What would you guys like to do?
Are you been keeping up with that show?
Steve?
Yeah.
Anita?
We started the second season.
Mm-hmm. The tattoo is still on you, but it's not activatable. Every so often, this guy will come past and he is a very swarthy individual. I don't know if you can see him or not, but he very tall guy, faceless mask, two horns, and he will patrol up and down a couple times every 30, 40 minutes or so. You will get no response from him whatsoever. Yeah, there's a lock on the bars that allows the door to open and close. The door opens upwards into the ceiling. It slides up. With your manacled hands, do be aware they did take all your possessions before they placed you in here. So they did take the threads of fate from you. They did take everything except for your clothing for your dignity's sake. And they have left you penniless and destitute of all items except for the manacles you have on you. And your natural good looks. Yep. Yeah, can't take away the smile. Well, I mean, you could, but that involves some brutality, and we're not going there yet. Thanks, Cass. They did take away Cass's smile, though, interestingly, because of the whole shape changer thing. Chase, your thing. You don't know. But they did take all your stuff. So, you guys are left with your clothing, which is just shirt, pants, undies, and manacles. All the rest of the stuff has been placed somewhere else that you guys did not see as it was taken away from you. Who was the individual who wanted the interview? Was that Silas? Okay. All right. Yep. After about 2 hours of being in prison, itemless, etc., Rilo, they will occasionally again offer you drinks and a snack, etc. They are very hospitable in the office there. But a gentleman comes to your door here, Silas, and unlocks it and points for you to head down the hall here. You can look in the cells if you like. That is a woman with very yellow skin and bright white hair. He gestures to the left. Yep. And he will keep going, just kind of following you behind. He slides past you and heads down the hall. Keep going. Yep. They look at you and yeah, they're not impressed with you whatsoever as you're the little guy. These are these three Goliaths and a drow. And going up the stairs. Yep, up the stairs. Yep, and he's going to stop right there and wait. There you go. And as you come in, manacled, hands in front of you, they look up at you. Ah, yes, you wanted your interview with the council prior to sentencing.
I am doing this.
Interesting.
I don't know what's happening. Oh my god.
It's very kind of you, says the dwarf. And the dwarf is this gentleman here in the red coat. That's very kind of you. Are you willing to pay all his damages? Very well. Um, we will we will remove 300 gold pieces from your party's funds. And I'm not sure if you can see it through the bars, but you can definitely hear it. Yes. If you can see Silas, then yeah, you can definitely hear it. I'm not sure Anita can. Anita's a little bit far away. Um, I know that Cass cannot hear anything that's going on at the moment because there is 30 feet of stone between Cass and y'all. Um, Cass is very far away, currently under protective custody. Um, but 300 gold pieces for the damages to the tavern's reputation. Now, as far as the crime, that may be more difficult for us to dismiss. You do understand that attempted murder, even of such a distasteful individual as the one you attacked, is not something we can allow within the city limits. Now, you say you have not heard much of Proskir before, but have learned. What have you learned? And he looks at you quizzically. Yep. Mm-hmm. Interesting. You have heard a lot. Now, as far as the murders, if this had taken place outside the city limits, we would, of course, not be questioning you whatsoever. You understand that? You also do not have a holy symbol indicating that you are licensed to commit such a crime.
I think I'm gonna stick with this for a while. I received two commendations. I got two commendations. Oh my god. Maybe people like my outfit.
This gentleman, who is hitherto unidentified,
I was in
smiles at you. Let's be frank. We know that you're Cormyrian. You and your party have come from Suzail aboard a ship that is quite fabulous to see off our shore. You arrived yesterday and came ashore today, made your way to the tavern, got involved in this incident, and are now here. What is your business in Proscure?
MSQ roulette. We got problems. We got big problems.
Where is your destination?
I am a chicken.
Excellent. You may be exactly what we need. We need a favor from someone who's not going to be sticking around very long. And they all four look at him, the other three look at him, and then look at you and nod very sagely. This may be an opportunity that we cannot pass up. Would you be interested in doing a you can see the dwarf's face, yeah, and I believe you can see the headband guy's face, yeah. Sure, with disadvantages, you're looking through your prison bars and through the crenellations that they're standing on. So, yeah. Nah. Yeah. Give you a chance. But, they are going to offer you a job. Now, do be aware that this is a job which would require discretion and would be exploiting your specific situation, which involves plausible deniability. There is a temple within Proscure that is being run by a priest who is blaspheming one of our major gods. He has corrupted the worshippers to his teachings, and we need to have him removed. We cannot act against him because obviously we're in a position where if we were to get involved, it would be a bad thing. However, if we were to release you and in exchange you were to go into the temple, kill the priest, and then on your way out, remove any of his disciples, we would be willing to look the other way as you depart our fair city. Well, from what we understand, you'll actually be doing him a favor, as this priest is a heretic, blasphemer, and overall ne'er-do-well. And the guy here, the dwarf, is going to dip his finger in his wine, and is going to draw a picture on the table. And I will go ahead and show you what that picture looks like. 1 second. Because this is fun to do. I'm going to go ahead and save this and send it to you directly. In Discord, this is going to be coming to you. There's Silas. Where'd it go? There it is. Lamb. As long as you swear to finish this job and not to use this information against us, and know that we have ways to punish vow breakers, we will give you your equipment back prior to your exiting of this facility. And then I will give you a map to the location which we have described. And I will encourage you to stay on the straight and narrow, if at all possible. The dwarf will tap his drawing. Knick-knack. The individual that you are in a prison cell with has his ear up to the bars. He's been listening to this entire conversation. And he looks at you, and for just a second, you get the distinct feeling that this guy is about to kill you.
This is trash, right? This is
Roll a persuasion check. All right, so you will not convince any guards to come to visit you.
I forget.
He will point at your manacles, and the featureless face that is done with white makeup shakes his head. Knick Knack tried to sing. Yeah, go ahead, Silas. Roll your insight. You're gonna try to body slam him. Okay. Yeah. Wham. So, Knick Knack, with manacles, you have him pinned up against the bars with your manacles wrapped around his throat, and you have your fingers wrapped around the bars, choking this guy. All right. His eyes get wide, and he's going to kick at you. Does a 20 hit you? You take 1 damage. Mm,
What?
no.
What did I do? You just let me know.
What would you like to do, Knick Knack?
Don't hit me. That means I'm doing something wrong, but you gotta tell me where to go. Well, it's a good thing you did, because it gave me plenty of time to react and ask for clarification.
You roll a perception check because he rolled a 4 on his persuasion. Right. Go ahead and let's not passive, but roll perception. Let's see here because it's a situational thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You will hear go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. They look at each other. Uh, what do you mean? You mean the mime and the gnome? I'm sorry? Okay. So, is there anything you want to do, Nick Nack, at this point? As you are currently mano a mano with a mime. Okay, so what are you doing? Okay, go ahead and roll another athletics check to continue the choking. He will push against you. I'm going to say that he pushes against you, but you're still able to hold on to the bars because of the 19. You are exhausted, but you're desperate, so I'm going to give you the advantage on that. So still, it's only a 10. Damn. So yeah, he's not happy with you. So he's going to try to kick up into you. Uh, yeah, it's not my guy. It's not my character even. This is player character. He's walloping you for 1.
However, he tries. Better than strong Matt.
You gonna strike him or what are you doing? Okay, so roll a persuasion check. He looks at you and he's puts his hands next to his face as if he was going to sleep, and he points at you. It's at this point you realize his hands are manacled too. All right, what do you want to do, Knick Knack? Is he's telling you to go to sleep or miming to you to go to sleep? The the individual next to you cocks his head sideways and shrugs. And he takes his manacles and he mimes that you were just choking him. He points at his manacles. He nods emphatically. He flops down on the bed. He flips you off. He's going to kick the legs out from underneath you. Like, you stand with your back to him for a second. He kicks the back of your knees, trying to make your knees buckle. Athletics or acrobatics, your choice. He's just being a dick. Okay, you'll avoid him. He rolls over and faces the wall. All right. So, that incident being resolved, is there anything the rest of you guys would like to do? Cass, you've been really quiet in your cell. Correct. You do not sense anyone with you. If you were to feel, if you will feel around, you will feel jail bars here. Correct.
I have a lot of pop songs and looks like some
Mm-hmm.
of just go for about 20 million.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's gonna get tiring if you keep doing that. Mm-hmm. Liam, you're pacing? Alright. Well, okay. And so the gentleman here will say, so do we have an arrangement? Silas. He narrows his eyes. We only imprisoned 5. Who's the 6th? Who's the 6th you were talking about? Indeed. He smiles knowingly at you. Very well. Come with me. And he's going to stand up and take you downstairs past the guard and to here, right here. And he withdraws a key from his belt and is going to open this area here and step through. So, your friends, are they, I believe they are here, and he walks up to here, and Mr. Cicelli, I believe, are you within, are you available for release? Markel, step away from the bars. And Markel, not Marcel, hence the name on the wall was like Mark. The dwarf will open the door and release Knick-Knack out, not removing the manacles. And if we were to follow those, I'm sure we would be here for the rest of the day. Do be polite, please. Liam is then released without question. Mm-hmm. Yeah? And this guy here looks deadpan in your face, Liam, and says, yes, you heard everything. However, you did not read the document he signed. Who is your favorite gnome? The truth, young man. Very well. And he looks over at Knick-Knack and he winks slyly. And the entire half side of his face is this massive smile, just where Liam can't see it. And so he's going to step over here and be nod to you guys and say, we need to take a side passage. And he will grab a handle on the wall and step through the wall. So, you guys will step through there. Knick-Knack, you coming with? No. Knick-Knack, I'm going to bring Knick-Knack with because Knick-Knack's going to get lost because he's eating popcorn or something. My name is Kerfud Onyxbeard.
Do we stand on these things?
Simply
I don't know,
Kerfud.
I'm copying people.
He will look at you, and as you're in a supply closet right now, he will tell you the details. Yep. The individual's name is Milo Halliespear. He is a high priest of Mask. He is teaching people that as long as their crimes benefit themselves and nobody else, it does not matter what they do. They are not held to any laws. And that is not correct, according to Mask. Correct. It's heretical. And he shakes his head. We cannot simply have mass murders going on. He's a high priest of Mask. Use your imagination. He is known to be well armored and carry a polearm. Now, do you have any more questions? And do I have your agreement on the terms that we've agreed? Very well, your equipment's behind you. And he will unlock your manacles and leave you guys in the supply room. Yeah, he gets the manacles off you three. And he's going to come in here. And Cass, you will see some light at the door. And the door will open and release you into the hall. All you see there is the dwarf.
Okay, so I did the right thing.
The dwarf unlocks your manacles and tells you your friends have agreed to a job. Your skills are needed. Come with us. And he will step this way. And he will go over here, and you guys will hear a door open. At which time he steps forward, nods at Rilo. Your friends are on their way. I'm going to get the last of them. And he's going to head off this way. Madam, will you please settle your wild tongue? If you can compose yourself to behave civilly, I would. He will open the cell, unlock your manacles. Come with me, please. And he's going to walk you guys out to there. Silas went back into the arena. Okay, there you go. So, you guys are there. Sweet. He looks at all of you. Now, we had an agreement. You get this done, and we don't see you again for a while. Correct? He will then lean over, sign a couple of papers that she has on her desk, and nod at you. Free to go. Logan looks around. Can we leave yet? As all of your equipment has been returned to you, and you guys are being dismissed from prison. It would be about 5 o'clock in the morning, just pre-dawn. If only you had a wizard who could cast message. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I was going to let you guys walk out just to see how pretty the map is and stuff. But yeah. That's the person who tried to tried to pickpocket. Yeah, you guys want to break out of prison? He's going to step out of the way to let you guys pass. They will tell you, yeah, there's an Iron Boot franchise here. If you want to go, you can. Yes. It's new. Mm-hmm. Sure. And yes, and you will hear a voice in your head because you asked for her presence. I'm here, darling. How can I help you today, cutie? Of course it was, but I'm willing to put things behind us. Oh, he's dead. We're going to kill him. What are we waiting for? I got the pun. Thank you. Very to the point. I'm a dagger. Mm-hmm. Which we're going to. We're absolutely going to. Now, did he say? Now, are we supposed to kill him first or last? It'll be a lot more fun to fight our way out. Pre-dawn. So yeah, you guys are. By the time you guys finish this conversation, the sun will be dawning, and you guys will be able to do your dawn stuff if you wish to. This heretic better not live another day. If we're gonna wait one day for recon, I'm cool with that. But as long as we get this done and him dead, I'm better. Mm. Every, Silas can, Cass can, Rilo can, you can. I'm not sure if Anita can. Has Anita held the Lady in Red yet? Has Anita handled the dagger yet? And I know that Knick Knack has not. So it's the four of you can hear what's going on. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yes, darling. He didn't create me, darling, but he's my friend. He's my lover. My man. Been many, many years, darling. Bless your heart. Don't need to. I know what Masky likes. Logan's like, so, you guys need a hand? And it's at this point you realize there's seven of you, not six. I think Rilo's muted. Doug, did we lose Doug? Yes. The lady in red is like, you wouldn't dare. I know you can't, but the four of them can. There's a tug. Cass, as you're holding the dagger, the red dagger, in its sheath, is trying to draw itself to get at Nick Nack. uh, he can handle his own, yeah. I'm here for the money. I like the sound of that. I understand. He's the boss. He's the master for now. Okay. So, Cass and Liam want to go recon the place? Okay. Yeah. What was the question? This building's about 30 feet high. Okay. The individual in front of you has a hand crossbow trained on you the moment that you appear, but will lower it to point near your feet. And it's a black robed individual, deep dark hood. Can't really make much out of what's there, but they appear to be listening.
Not at that time.
Don't you, if your friend's a follower of Mask, they should know about their own religion. So, and they point to the north, near the river, the canal that you guys will have to go past. There's a tributary that comes off of it. You'll have to cross it to get to the temple. Have a good day. And they will follow you to the edge. Okay. Cool.
I don't have anything. It's just gonna run out. Ooh.
That was yesterday. It is now dawn of the next day.
Alright.
No,
No idea what we
that got used. Did that already get done? Did I miss that? Yes. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, I saw the perception check. So let's go and roll the performance. I'll let you keep the 18 roll as the portents. But let's roll performance. Just see if you get better. All right. So you only have the 18. Yeah. Mm-hmm. At dawn. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Once per day. And the Quizilla check can be used once per day. So.
Oh. Should I jump? I'm gonna go to the first thing and then jump.
I was wondering when you guys were going to do guidance. Alright, so. Sitting here going, I know that's metagaming, but damn, it's such a strong spell. Alright, so guidance is a guidance is a cantrip, yep. So, with a DC 20, and it's a. Yeah, okay.
I used the
Unless you want to roll it.
Oh, God.
No? So, Anita, are you willing to give Knick-Knack your Threads with Fate roll for the day so that he can learn guidance? No, I need to build that. I, it's It's in the work. It's in the works. I'm having to build the whole class that has every spell in the game. So, Nick Nick, as you open the Quizilla check, it is in perfect gnomish. Easy to read. You can lock down guidance as a spell within the Quizilla check. Which is so much fun that we have been able to say Quizilla check as a word. Yeah. Quesadilla. Man, I've got some NPC names that rock you. Mm-hmm. You don't need it. All right. So, you guys going over to the Temple of Mask. All right, so the people actually, Mr. Farboiler would be your least favorite gnome. All right, so as you guys head over to the Temple of Mask, is there anything you guys want to do along the way? No? You can if you like. Oh, Silas is going to the Iron Boot. Okay. All right. So, cool. So, you guys are going to the Temple of Mask area. This is going to be black for everyone except for Liam, Cass, and Logan, who should be able to be seen by Doug, I think. Cool. All right, so you guys get plus 10. So Cass is a 31 stealth. Liam, what's your stealth at? Yes. And you guys took a long rest this morning. Yeah. Uh, well, you guys couldn't have a long rest. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. You guys should be perfectly healthy and hearty and ready to go. All right, so we got a 24 is the low, or yeah, 24 is the low stealth on Liam. Oh, you have advantage? Okay, so 26. All good. Cool. Liam only had that does not seem to see you, but it is a large shadowy creature that seems to be blowing in an unseen and unfelt wind. And I get to roll a perception check on that. 1d20 plus 9. Alright, no, but it can definitely see Logan. Oh, 26. Yep, sorry. Disregard. Yep, very close. Yeah. As it will turn in your direction but not see y'all. You can roll a knowledge arcana or history.
I'm not like no the comic book
Okay, cool. I will send you the link here because that's fun to do and it's fun to make you freak out real quick. Oh, I know who'd be better at it, but there you go, Liam. There you go. There you go, Liam. It is. It looks like so, just so you know. No, would not have dealt with them. Would have heard of, not actually dealt with. These are things that you guys would have been trained to avoid in your trips through the ethereal plane and the astral plane using your shadow jumps. These are things you avoid on the way because they will intercept you. Silas, you are exceedingly thirsty. And if you're at the Iron Boot, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
my personal spells.
They are. They appear to be human from where you guys are at. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you, Silas. That's all I needed. You're fine. Thirsty, but fine. They appear to be humans. Yeah. The lady in red will remind you. I thought we were coming out blasting. Well, would that make it harder? Why I love it when D&D players say that so much.
Not while you're in the queue, no. Okay, so go in the room.
Um, Liam, as you're standing there, uh, as you're standing right there, the person in front of you turns to you. Can I help you, Brother Shadow?
Okay, no, this, I gotta change it back. Holy crap.
Of course.
It turns
Come
off,
with me.
like, all of the major spell effects. Please, listen message. Just the thing for me that lets me know how many endings everything does not exist.
So yeah, you gonna follow? Okay. Yes. Yes, Brother Shadow? Oh, okay. Well, you teleported and ran up face to face with someone. Oh, you walked up to the guy. Okay. All right, so you walked up to the guy, and he will nod to both Brother and Sister Shadow here and tell them, I have supplicants for the temple. And he looks over and sees Cass and Logan. Are these with you, Brother Shadow?
Get used to this.
Okay. Is this your first time, Brother Shadow? Well met. Each each of these people are bowing to you as you guys are approaching. And continue another movement all the way up to there. This thing starts snarling at you guys. Let me go ahead and get him. And the guide that you are with looks at you. Your motives are pure, are they not, Brother Shadow? As there's two of these, one here and one here. And that's what they look like. They're in roll 20. Indeed. And they're going to look a little bit curious to you. Only believers may pass. Okay, so only Brother Shadow here may pass, as you two are simply tourists, correct? All right. Okay. allowed into the temple. A very large cavern. Is it not grand? The cavern was carved by the god himself using the dagger Houndsbane.
I'm gonna try going straight down this time.
Roll history check. Actually, religion. This would be religion. Uh, Cass, yes. She's like, I'm home, I'm home. Let me go in, let me go in. Please let me go in. It's so. You're gonna love it. It's fabulous inside. You would not know. This is a very well kept secret. Indeed, Brother Shadow. Where are you going? And they're going to step forward to here, and the dog snarls at you. Now that you have seen the cavern, you may leave. Have a good day, Brother Shadow. All right, you ready to leave? All right, out you go. Mm-hmm. Roll a survival check to estimate that. Sure. Yeah. About 300 feet. Yeah. It's a long way down. So it looks like you guys are headed back to Prosker.
Ew. Okay, so I need to turn my animations back on.
Mm-hmm. Sure. They are very different from the Hellhounds you guys fought.
I think it's because
Go ahead and I probably it's a real easy check for you, Liam.
just
Silas would have a hard time with this one, but Liam should have a pretty easy time with this. Let's find out. This would be a history check. Yeah, just to remember your time at the monastery. Yeah, here you go. There you go.
oh,
Uh, I would assume so. That's where you guys were going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be bad if the other one dies first? We should keep drawing cards.
Not you.
I could probably spend a purchasing this one potion. It's okay, I used a cooldown. I still might die, but it won't be your fault.
Mm. Yes. Yes, darling. Any of Maskey's temples are home. Yes. Oh, of course. That clumsy fool. He always leaves a path magical in nature, usually a little bit of a puzzle, but nothing too difficult. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Hmm. Yeah.
Nothing you can't figure out. Well, we almost got inside just then. If you had told them that you were cultists or bringing me home, they would have let you in. Worshippers. Don't use the word cultist. It's bad connotation. We're true worshippers, true believers.
Give your options.
Of course, Wouldn't you? If someone were to return me, wouldn't you let me in? Exactly. And you get an image in your head of a woman kissing you on the cheek just flirtatiously enough, Silas. Right. She's got a lot of practice. She's been doing this for a few years. Cool. You can take the hour break, sure. Short rest. Feel free. To Timora. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Cool. Roll a religion check. Oh, great worshiper of Tidemora. Yeah. No reaction on this end. Yeah. Cool. You don't know if you've been hurt or not. All right. So, you guys ready to go over? Or are there any other preparations you guys want to do? Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely buy arrows. Just regular arrows. Boring regular arrows. Yeah, you can absolutely buy the arrows. I believe they're 5 gold for 20, or a gold for 20, something like that. Yeah, 1 gold for 20. Okay. In this town? Uh, well, first off, investigate. Are you running off by yourself, or are you going with someone, Knick-Knack? First off. Or are you going by yourself? Okay. All right, so roll an investigation to find a shop that will sell drift globes. All right, yeah. You will find a magic shop that sells all sorts of legally procured magic items. And it actually has a certificate on the wall that says none of these items were acquired through illegal means as ordered by the Council of Prosker. Any association with illegal goods ends at the city limits, and these items were legal within the city limits of Prosker. No fencing allowed. And as you walk up, there is a very thin, slender elf behind the counter there, and he introduces himself as Zeke Nexremis. I will put that in there for you. Zeke Nexremis. There you go. And he smiles at you. And so, you looking for drift globe? Yes. Drift globe? Light source. Elf, thank you. They call me knife ears, if you know. Ooh, short stack. What have they stacked on you? Pancakes must have been a delicious form of pancakes. Did it have syrup or butter? Powdered sugar too. Wow. What was the name of the establishment? That's a shame. Daylands. Have not been there. We'll have to rub there sometime. You did not hear it from me. So Drift Globe. Drift Globe, not expensive in Prosker. Nobody want Drift Globe. 150 gold Drift Globe. Nobody want Drift Globe. Cannot get rid of Drift Globe. Have 30 Drift Globes. Okay. Would you like extra Drift Globe? Only 150 gold pieces. I sell in bulk. Would you like third Drift Globe? I sell in bulk. 145 gold pieces. $135 gold pieces. You certain? I have many Drift Globe. If you could look over the counter, there's a basket of them sitting there. $10 Drift Globe? You want buy 10 Drift Globe? I sell you 10 Drift Globe, 1,100 gold pieces. 1,000 gold pieces, 10 Drift Globe. And he puts a basket of Drift Globes up on the counter. Uh-huh. No. He goes, daylight bomb. No. No, not daylight bomb. No daylight nuke. The gods do not allow. Oh. Okay. Okay. I know. That does include the two you already bought. Yes. Yep. Yeah. The only reason that they're so cheap is because you're in Prosker, City of Thieves, and nobody wants them. They're usually 750 gold pieces. Not in Prosker, you're not. Anyway, all sales final. Yes. Uh, let me check because I don't. Yeah, that would be very expensive. If you're going to try to get it be a all the time thing. But you can get a scroll of it pretty cheap. No, it's not on your list, so no, you can't. You'd need an item that could do it. Um, that's something that you could order commissioned, but it's not going to be ready today. Yeah, I like the idea though. Yeah, that's totally something you can do, especially if we put limited charges on it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm I'm right there with you, but yeah, certain number of charges per day type thing. Yep. All right. Silas asked Anita if you want to see if there's a temple to Sune on the way to Mask's temple. Let's see here. There is no temple to Sune here, as the Thayans have too much of an influence. If you'd like to do a little bit of religion check on them, you'll see a couple of them walking through town in their bright red robes, looking very gaunt and withered, and being followed by all sorts of undead slaves.
Oh, I remembered Grit this time.
Yeah, even with an 11, uh, the Thayans are known for being the Red Wizards of Thay and are famous necromancers. And they are welcome in Prosker. There is not. The three temples are the Thayan Enclave, the Temple of Mask, and the Temple of Tempest. And the Temple of Tempest is very small, as it only has 7 people in it.
So maybe Crit in the back in this game.
Yeah, and it's at this point that you will notice that the vast majority of the people that are walking through town don't have nice haircuts. The Thayan people who are walking through town, there's lots of them. It's not like one or two. There's a couple hundred people dressed in red robes all throughout town, and they are all the same crimson red, and they are all necromancers and spellcasters of various powers. And they are all bald for the most part. As I look down and I look at Rilo's picture in Roll20, and he's wearing a Deadpool shirt and he's bald. Oh, yay. Modern day Thayans. Yay! Exactly. I think you've got a little bit more meat on your bones than the typical Thayan.
Really get over it.
Oh, man. Okay, cool. Go ahead and scratch 5 gold off for miscellaneous goodies, and we'll get you over to the Temple of Mask.
Don't have another one for that.
Are you going to try to start up a Drift Globe pyramid scheme? Yep.
Murder the maidservant, yeah.
And here you guys are at the Temple of Mask. Okay. Okay. So go ahead and move on up and let's do this. All right. So
So you have positions?
greetings, Brother Shadow. Sister Shadow.
It's dancing around like that?
Can we help you? Indeed. What would it be? So the generic kid
So
is going to be holding the lady in red.
people in the face the way I would give people in the face, off center,
Gotcha.
awkward, and heavy.
Indeed. They will salute you by holding their hands over their heart as if they just stabbed themselves with their fist, and then will open their hands. They will bow and allow you guys pass. As you guys approach, this person too pretends to stab themselves in the heart, opens their palm. These two also do the same thing. Close. It's close. It's very close. Dude, you shopped at Night Watch. We sold batleths. No.
What? I'm gonna keep going, okay? I'm gonna take these and keep going.
Okay.
Alright.
They ask, what has brought you here? As this guy here is the one asking. Even the dogs kneel. This guy steps out of the way, and they all five do the same salute, letting you guys in.
Yeah, I can't tell if, like, I'm taking too much damage or not. How
Um,
keep doing it all right?
yes.
Okay.
Well, man. Andy lets you guys in, so let's go ahead and collect everybody here. I'm gonna move y'all up here so I can grab all 7. Yeah, that's where I used to work, and it was a lot cooler before COVID. When they totally jacked with everything, and now you're not even allowed to sit down.
Okay. That's kind of what I was feeling.
Unless,
I'm glad to know that I'm self-evaluating.
yeah, Night Watch is so locked down that if you're not one of the owner's personal friends, you're not allowed to sit down and even, like, open magic packs. Yep. All right. So you guys will come into here.
Sometimes it's really difficult for me, especially with a class I'm not familiar with. Um,
That is a large cavern that is 300 feet down. Uh, this person here, the closest one, will yeah. Those are runes on a table, and he will tell you that is the path. He nods and then gestures to here, off to the right hand side of the map. Yeah, but he says this over here to the left that Anita's looking at is the path to walk, but he points over here. Yes.
Oh, his return isn't ready. How is he going to get extra path there? Okay. Like I hear the damage music.
That's the chasm, and you watch as the ground there is missing. The floor there drops 300 feet to the chasm below. Especially right there where you guys are trying to walk. It's going to take about a 5 foot jump to get across that. So just need a strength of 5 to jump across it. Even Knick Knack has that. And as you guys step there, something looks in at you guys. It just glares at you. Yeah, there's a thing there as well.
Which one did you fix?
Yes, in the Underdark. Yeah, that's a shadow demon. It does. Bless you. You can do all sorts of things that you like. What do you want to try? It's not a hole.
I know
There's a hole on part of it, but yeah, the whole thing's intact there. All right, so that happens. Okay. Okay. Blue. That happens. Mm-hmm. It does not stop glowing. There you go. Okay. And so you guys touch that one, and sweet. So you guys are going to have this happen to you. Okay. Blam! And blam! That is one of the things that Cass saw outside, as there's a very large, shadowy figure in front of you, and it is looking at you, Liam, and it has its hand on a shadowy hilt at its side as you approach it. Roll persuasion, please. You show the lady in red. He points off to the right hand side, and a door opens. This is that is a pile of stones, inanimate, and no, no markings whatsoever. There are 4 round stones, 3 on the bottom, 1 on top. Lonely cairn of stones. No. As much as I love that band, no. They look at you and they continue washing their hands. Do you remember the instructions you were given at the prison? By the way, guys, Eric's messing with cool stuff in Roll 20. Liam wasn't there for the specific detail. yes, but not all of it was perfectly audible. Silas can roll a history check to try to remember the specific instruction. There you go. Stay on the straight and narrow. Oh man. You look up there and you look at a whole bunch of people whose faces appear to be melting off. Uh, you can roll a knowledge religion to try to identify what they are. Nope. Very similar to that. Great. All right. Come on, guys. I love good pun, but I mean the bad ones I'm not even going to respond to. All right. So you guys are going to the next room? All right. Cool. So you guys will find yourselves there. Top left. And stop right there as Cass, you walk into water, and as the water is disturbed, you will watch as energy pulses and something swirls in the water. And forming in front of you rises a very long green scaled head, followed by wings and a tail. Roar. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to roll for initiative. All right. And so, Liam Morningstar, what would you like to do? It is Knowledge Arcana, please. That's a green dragon. It looks highly aggressive as you have disturbed its sleeping space. I've got like 7 new tracks I'm working on. Yep. All right, so you punch it for 8 damage, or hit it with your step for 8 damage. Okay. All right, you gonna do that on the next swing? On this one, okay. So it's a 17 because there's an advantage on that. Okay. 17 does not hit it. As your staff just glances off of its thick hide. Why do you have advantage on this one? Okay. Okay. Gotcha. I thought Elven Accuracy only gave you an extra die roll when you had advantage. Yeah, it's double advantage. Okay, you will hit it for 5 more damage. As you bruise a scale. Okay, with advantage, it's fine. Okay, then we are to Cass. A 23 will hit him, yep. For 24 damage. That hurts, and you hear a squeal of glee. Feels so good to be home. And the 18 will hit for another 5 damage. All right. Anita. Okay. How unsettling is the word? I found out I actually have to ask that now. So 5. Okay, cool. Ooh. All right, so it's a wisdom saving throw. This is gonna suck for him, but he has advantage because he's the dragon. So that's gonna be a 17. Yeah, he's got advantage on any. It would have been amazing, but yeah, this dragon has advantage on all magical saving throws. It has a advantage on all Constitution and Strength Dex saving throws as well. It is. He's a special dragon, man. You guys come into the Temple of Mask, you find a dragon in a room by him lonesome. He's not going to be a normal dragon. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mr. Ciccelli. Yeah, it's a green dragon. Roll a knowledge or history because it's a very specific named green dragon. You do not know this green dragon. No. If it was a statue of the green dragon, yeah. Okay. Wisdom saving throw with advantage. It got a 13. What's your save? Okay, the dragon is slow. Which sucks for him. Holy crap, that's gonna suck. Okay. It is its turn. And it's going to start. And it's going to use this square. And it can't get Anita because she's behind the pillar. But she can get all of y'all. Yeah, no, not Knick-Knack. No. Wait, yeah. Because it starts here. So yeah, 30 foot, 30 foot, yep. All of y'all. So, 30-foot cone, exhaling. I need you guys to make a Constitution 14 saving throw. This is gonna hurt, guys. Yes, you may. That helps. Nothing, Knick-Knack. Alright. Alright, so Silas saved. The rest of you did not save. Yeah, you got 11. Okay. There you go. It's got an at one. We're good. Yeah. Sorry, didn't come through. Alright, so I hit the button, guys, and it makes people go owie. Oh, it's a lot of ones and twos. Alright, so that's going to be 32 damage to everyone except for Silas, who's going to take half. So, Silas, you take 16. Concentration check, yes, please. It would be half of the damage, so a 16. Yes, please. You hold on to the slow, and the dragon reels back from having breathed, and you realize it's at this point that the dragon could not bite, claw during this turn. As it was going to do 3 attacks instead of just the one breath. Average damage is 42 on that breath weapon. All right, Rilo. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, he does. All good. Wisdom saving or wait, con save, knickknack. Wisdom save. Thank you, Silas, for reminding. It saved. It is now moving at full speed. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a critical strike. So it's 17 damage. Okay. That will also hit for 13 damage. Okay. And that does hit it, yes. For 8 damage. That also hits for another 12 as you are hacking away at the dragon and you are cutting into the scales. For the bleed, right? Yep, he made it. He got 25. Yep. So yeah, you cut the dragon 4 times, and the dragon does not technically look bloodied yet. Logan, I believe is unconscious, right? Okay, what would Logan like to do? That's up to you. Because you got go ahead and think of it meta as well. Because if Logan survives, you might get to keep him as an ally or a contact or something in the future. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. It's gonna deal 18 damage. Mm-hmm. No, just one. Yeah, it's like dual wielding. Yeah. Yeah, he got it on the first attack. He missed with the second one. All right. Silas, what would you like to do, sir? No, he's not. Dragon is badass. Dragon is health. Okay. Okay. An 18 will hit for 8 plus a d6. Or whatever. That one does not work. Now the dragon's bloody. Okay. And I believe you used your Tides of Chaos a while back, right? So please, roll the D10,000. This is so much fun. 8328. Oh, crap. The room's not big enough. All right, so this is interesting. All magic rings within 50 yards turn to crystal. So, does anyone have any magic rings? Please delete your magic rings. Yep. Okay. All right. So, Silas, you get your Tides of Chaos back. Liam, what would you like to do? Yep. Well, maybe you guys can find some cool stuff here eventually. Okay, that's nice. Advantages. Oh yeah, you rolled the elven accuracy. Yep. +8, so it's a 23. Yeah, you hit. Thanks to elven accuracy. Yes. Okay, so you'll hit for another 7 damage. Okay. Stunning strike save is a 21. You missed it with your punch. 19 will... 18 does hit it, yes. For 8 bludgeoning damage. Got it. And 22 will also hit, yep. Cass, what would you like to do? Yes, ma'am. Oh, no. Darling, you have to aim for the soft parts. All right, so that's a critical strike. So let's see here. D4 plus 3 plus 4, so that's 11. 11 plus the 24 is 35. 35 plus 5 is 40. 50 damage, exactly. 50 damage as Cass cuts with the vicious dagger, but it's a vicious dagger, right? So doesn't the vicious dagger get an extra D12 or something like that? It did not. Extra 7. Go ahead. This doesn't count, but yeah, I rolled all 3 20s. Okay. All right. The dragon is looking pretty injured after that strike from Cass. All right. So, next would be Anita. Okay. Alright. So, Dissonant Whispers on the dragon. So, wisdom save. There it is. And it fails the save, taking 15 psychic damage. And that is enough for the dragon's brain to explode. And the dragon is dead. As the dragon collapses into the water. Yeah. Cool. It's at this point you notice that Nick Nack is neck deep in water. Mm-hmm. Please roll survival checks. You guys get 3 survival checks on this dragon. Yes, you may. 3 green dragon essences. In fact, you need to, instead of typing green dragon, I need you to type in a different name. The name is Yizla. It's Yizla. And Yizla. And then besides that, put in green dragon. Unlikely. Yeah, just custom item is the essence of Isla. Alright, so with a 13 survival, go ahead and roll with advantage, please, Cass. Alright, you will gain a green dragon hide. Okay. Alright, next survival check, please, with advantage. Okay, with a 12, you will gain 3 dragon claws. And then the last survival check, please, Cass. Alright. You will gain 19 dragon teeth. Okay. Cool. Anything else you guys would like to do? As the dragon, you will have been harvested. Okay. Roll and investigate. Okay. There are no hidden doors. Silas, as you stepped down into the pool, your experienced toes realize that that's not gravel. Those are coins. Okay. Okay. Your hands come up full of silver pieces. Exclusively. Exclusively silver pieces. Sure. Okay. Detect magic. The only thing magical in the room was the dragon and the water. The water was a summoning for the dragon. If you guys had not touched the water, the dragon would not have appeared. But the amount of coin covers the entire area. If you were to pick all of the coins up, you would have 12,000 silver pieces. There's a door there. It will erupt your haversack. It weighs too much. So you guys will have to determine how you guys want to handle that and how much you want to take. As it weighs almost 600 pounds. Okay. Cool. you guys give me, I'll use. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yes, it is. It does not. The only property was to summon the dragon. Yeah. All right. So Rylo's gonna rest up there. Cool. All right. And cool. All right. And Rylo, you're at 90 something, right? Okay. Cool. So just gotta make sure here. All right, so you guys going to the next room? All good. All right, so there you go. Those, go ahead and roll a religion check, please. I will describe them. Okay, yeah. Okay, you don't know what the creature is, but what it appears to be is a blackened, charred, crucified angel. And it's hovering off the ground on its cross. The smaller ones look to be cloaked individuals that the heads are not exactly there all the time. They are literally just flitting from one side to the other constantly. And they appear to be shades that are also floating above the surface of the ground. But yeah, they are definitely having problems. And there's something psychically messing with the smaller ones. I will set up the night vision for cast. For some reason, it disappeared. Yeah. There you go. All good. There you go. Okay, Knick-Knack. The moment you stepped here, Knick-Knack. You stepped there, Knick-Knack, and I watched it. I need you to make a wisdom... Yes, but there's two squares there, and this thing was very specifically placed in a very specific spot. No. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. I need you to beat it. It is magic based, yes, and it needs to beat an 18. So you are okay, as you will hear voices very similar to the Quizilla check going through your head. And it's coming directly from this, as you will meet its eyes, and there are no eyes in the sockets, just hollow blackness that is nearly maddening to you, but you will resist it. You can continue moving. All right, so Cass stepped here, which is within 5 feet, and Rilo did too, and so did Anita. So I need y'all to all roll wisdom saving throws. Yes, but you're still within 5 feet here and here. All right, Anita's fine. Cass is fine. Rilo needs to be 16. Wisdom saving throw for Rilo. Rilo's fine, as Rilo will walk past. Yep, you guys can go ahead and move on. I had to put one of them close enough to endanger you guys. Otherwise, the room's not totally messing with your brains. All right, so you guys will make it through the room okay, as you will leave all of these creatures behind you, as you guys will step forward into the next room through the doors. Yes, it is. As there you go, you should be a little bit further north. And up ahead of you, you will see a statue of Mask, a individual with plate armor and white hair stands before it, with shadow mastiffs on either side. And he gets hexed because you said you were going to hex him, and he would not notice. And you guys see to your left and right different figures. And it's at this point that we are going to stop for the evening, because we do not have time to get through this encounter. As But yeah, guys, congratulations. You guys did make it through the temple all the way to the end here. I hope you guys had fun tonight. This was a lot of interesting encounters to get you guys up into the Temple of Mask with nearly no combat except for the Green Dragon. So, at least on the way in. Oh no, if he hadn't been slowed, he was going to kill somebody. He was just going to tear someone apart. He was going to be like, oh look, a knick-knack. Nom, 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 nom. Oh look, a paddywhack. Ah! Which I forgot to roll the saving throw on the wisdom for that. Just, I got wisdom saving throw from you, Knick-Knack, for the paddywhack check. We will have to, there's a reason why I can ignore it here, but I'll just have to make that canon. Anyway, so we will come back next week as you guys continue to explore the Temple of Masks to do a favor to get your records absolved here in Prosker, as you guys are wanted for attempted murder and have made a deal to get yourselves pardoned of it. And you beat up a mime. Yeah, that happens with Wild Magic sometimes. This is the first time items have been destroyed. But yeah, guys, I hope you had fun.